Hello again, fight fans. I am Jason Burgos from MixedMartialArts.com, and I have the great pleasure of being joined by one of the best fighters on planet Earth. In March, he proved all the doubters wrong in handing Israel Adesanya his first loss in MMA, and will return to the octagon in September to defend his throne once again against Glover Teixeira. And that man is the Hulk of Eastern Europe, the wielder of the force known as Polish power, and the man I expect one day to call the president of Poland. He is the UFC light heavyweight champion himself, Mr. Jan Blachowicz. Senor Blachowicz, thank you so much for the time today.
Yes, that's me. Thank you for this. It was amazing, but I need to, not Polish power, legendary Polish power.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's true. My apologies.
Not everybody can have this. I've got legendary Polish power.
This is true. Different. You have proven this over again. It truly is legendary. Now, I mean, I got a ton of questions for you, various topics, but let's get right into it, especially since you tweeted about it this past Saturday. Give me your thoughts on the performance of Jiri Prochazka last week in his win over Dominick Reyes. Were you impressed with his win? Was it more impressive than his win over Ozdemir? Did you expect him to do that to Dominick Reyes, or were you even surprised he was able to do that to him?
You know what? A little bit surprised. I was, but I knew that he's, really good fighter. I know he's, he's got crazy style, but it's working. And it's working really good.
Yep.
But I think that the Dominick Reyes, he will be a little bit better in this fight. That he don't play in his game, but he play in his game, and he won the fight and won in amazing way, amazing elbow. Whoa, it was great. That's why I tweet this, but that was only tweet, because right now I focus only about Glover. We will see after Glover what's gonna happen. But yeah, he's new blood in UFC, young guy. It's good, it's great. It's good because category 205 category right now it's amazing. Everybody is tough. Everybody can beat you. So for me, it's great motivation to go to the gym and train really hard.
And you brought it up. You mentioned that he has a wild style, and like after the fight, Daniel Cormier said his style is almost like an avalanche going downhill. Like the only way you can stop him is knock him out. He felt the only person that probably could do it, if there was someone, was you. Why do you think his style is just so hard to deal with? And not only is his style hard to deal with, do you think he relies on his chin a little bit too much in his fights with his pressure? And do you think that chin...
He is a little bit crazy, I think so. But in good way, in good way. Yeah. He will put a lot of pressure on you. He throw a lot of punches, and he throw punches with the weird. I don't know how to say it. From weird
angles.
Style. Angle, yeah. Weird. And I think so. This is what people don't understand this. How to block this because they don't see this. And I think so. In this madness, he's really good. And that's it, And yeah, Daniel Cormier, he have right. If I find in future against him, maybe, so I will stop him for sure.
Now I have a lot of questions, of course, about the Glover fight, but before that, I wanted to talk about the legendary Polish power business, because business has to be good after you became the champion of the world, but then to beat Israel Adesanya, a man seen as one of the best fighters on the planet, had to take maybe to new levels, new notoriety, new fame. Do you feel like things have changed on any level with fans and everything, especially after beating Israel? And anything changed with the media? And also, do you have Polish Power t-shirts, and how can I get one?
I've got Polish Power t-shirts. You need to go to the mantok.pl shop, and you can buy it over there.
Yes.
No problem. And yeah, I've got, after the fight against Israel, a lot of media stuff, a lot of, new fans on my, social media, a lot of nice messages. So yeah, it's happened really big. People recognize me everywhere right now, not only in Poland. So it's great feeling, amazing feeling. In Poland, I feel like a national treasure a little bit. So everything is on the right place. I'm happy man.
Have you? But you'll see a lot of times when people get really famous, especially become like a national treasure. You're a national treasure country. That there can be negatives with it. That you can't just go out and go to the supermarket and buy groceries without people wanting to be near you, pictures, autographs. Have you gotten a taste of that yet?
Right now we've got this COVID situation, so I've got mask on my face.
Yeah, true. That's good.
But anyway, people recognize me. But I don't know. I can go to grocery and do shopping normally. Someone sometimes come and take a photo, say, "Yeah, what's up, job? Great job. Thank you for that. What you're doing for us." So it's for me. It's just nice feeling. When someone come to me and say that thank you for this because we got bad times and you do something for Polish country, something so big. So thank you for this emotion. It's great. Yeah.
You turned 38 in February. Glover turned 41 a few months before that. I feel like the fact that two men around or over 40 fighting for a UFC title that isn't heavyweight isn't really getting enough appreciation, because that's amazing. And stuff like this only happened in the past because guys were using like testosterone and stuff like this. So it's amazing that you're both doing this. If someone would have told you 7, 8 years ago the best version of you would come when you were 38, when you were 37, when you were 38 years old, what would you have said? Would you have like called them crazy? Would you have been confused that you became the best version when a lot of fighters are declining?
I think so. Yeah, confused, crazy. Come on, 50 years. 58 years old. No, I'm gonna be on retired, already. So yeah, but it's happened. It's real. It's happened, and I feel great. No injuries. Still got fire inside me. Still got motivation. I want to do this. Still, this is my passion. For Glover also. So yeah, it's and we proved that you can do this in this age, in the best level. And also I've got a lot of messages from fighters. In the big level, I motivate them, because I come back I've got bad moments in UFC and I come back and become the champion. So they send me a lot of messages that I motivate them. So it's also something, great for me to hear something like this. So yeah, you can be the best. Age is only, the numbers. It depends how you feel.
Yep.
That's it.
Now, talking...
I tell this many times before that people think that sky is the limit. And I say, no, sky is the limit, but your mind is the limit.
Fair enough. Now, talking about your fight coming up with Glover, he pretty much said in a recent interview, like, the game plan is to pressure you a lot. He actually was quoted as saying that he's going to get in, he's going to hit him, as in hit you, get out, take him down at the right time so we can work our ground game. What do you think of that sort of game plan against you? And do you think he might be underestimating certain parts of your abilities by thinking that?
We'll see. I think it's too early to talk about game plan and stuff like this. But if he put pressure on me, it's okay. I like when someone put pressure on me because I'm a counter fighter, so he will take a lot of punches. If he try to take me down, I will defend his takedowns. But if he takes me down, my jiu-jitsu is also really good. So I'm not afraid his jiu-jitsu, I know that he is, high-level jiu-jitsu, one of the best in the world. But, the Polish jiu-jitsu is also really good. So if he takes me down, no problem. I'm going to be ready for this. I can fight, on the ground with him, or I will stand up and, fight in stand-up. For me, it's the best to be on the feet, and fight him in stand-up, and I will try to do everything to be on the foot and try to kick him, punch him, and that's it. But like I say, it's too early to talk about game plan. But I see that we on the training we start do some things up. We start it's too early for preparation, but we start doing techniques for this fight. So my coaches, they are already think about what to do, what is his best sides, what he got good, what he got bad. So we're gonna be ready.
I mean,
like always.
The world already knows about legendary Polish power. So does this mean there's a good chance in that fight the world will discover legendary Polish jiu-jitsu?
But I think I show my legendary Polish jiu-jitsu in the past fights. Okay. My submission in stand-up, against David Clark. I hope you see it. But yeah, we'll see. This MMA, so you have to be ready for everything. I know that it's boring, but you have to be ready for everything. But
Yeah,
you have to
yeah,
be ready.
yeah. You do. Now,
But but I've got good jiu-jitsu, but I prefer fighting stand-up, and I will, try to knock him out.
speaking of like knocking out, Glover, he's dangerous on the feet with his hands. He's, like we just talked about on the ground too. He's very tough. However, he's been in a lot of fights, and it kind of has shown in his last 7, 8, 10 fights, he can be susceptible to being hurt in his fights. Often he'll survive it. There's been many occasions where he won a fight that he got hurt in and survived it, but his chin is not iron like maybe it was 10 years ago. Is this fight for you? I know you don't want to talk too much about game plan, but on a simple level, is it about being patient? If he goes for the takedown, stuff the takedown, and you don't need to let him taste too much Polish power for her to hurt him and finish him?
Yeah, his chin is a little bit, not so good like a long time ago, but he can survive, he can survive. People hit him, he go to the ground, and, fighters try to finish him too early, he makes them tired and finish the fight. So I'm not gonna be so fast, I'm gonna be patient, like Gustafsson, Gustafsson fight against him 4 rounds, and then he finish him. So if I'm gonna have to wait to the 4th or 5th round, no problem. I will gonna wait and finish the fight in the, in the last round. I will not, don't let emotion to control me. I will control everything. I will control the ground. I will control the octagon, and I will control my emotion. If I hit him, but I see that he still is the game, I will not put lot of pressure on him. I will wait for the correct moment, good moment, and then I will finish the fight.
Right. Now the it guy, the like Dana White's favorite fighter, it seems like, is Khamzat Chimaev. In a recent interview for ESPN, Hamzat Chimaev talked about he could compete even at light heavyweight, that he's sparred with top 10 light heavyweights and done very well, and that he could even beat you in a fight. Is Hamzat talking crazy? Has Hamzat lost his mind, Jan?
He have to talk something, Yeah. On internet, he won all belts in UFC, on Twitter. Come on. I proved many times that I can beat, lower guys from lower categories. So I can also talk, all that I can beat everybody in boxing, Fury and stuff like this, if they give me the chance, so I knock him out. But who gonna believe me? I don't, only me, I think so. So he can talk, but talking and fighting, sparring and fighting, it's 2 different things.
Yep. In an interview you did with RT Sport, you talked about your background being a bouncer in like nightclubs and stuff like that before you got into fighting. 2 questions that came to mind from that unique information, because that's not uncommon. A lot of fighters do that kind of stuff. First, what is the interview like for that kind of job? Do you have to like just grab somebody, throw them out of the building, like, look, see, I can throw people out. I can perfect for this job. And then 2, what's the craziest thing you saw while bouncing at nightclubs?
The crazy thing, what I saw, I don't was in the work that happened, my friend, someone tried to shoot him,
Wow.
He grabbed the gun from his head, put on the backside, and the guy shoot to his hand, That was the most crazy thing. Sometimes you just grab the guy and throw him away. Sometimes you have to fight. It depends, how much vodka they drink and they come to the club,
Yeah.
Because after when they drink vodka, they become immortal,
And
they can do everything. So, it's a lot of, sometimes it's funny job, sometimes it's, hard job, like everybody, if, never know what's going to happen,
Yeah.
in the club, but that was nice time for me,
And how did you get hired? Did you have to throw somebody out, or did you say, oh, I'm a fighter, and you're like, I'm huge, so they're like, yes, you're hired, you're perfect for this?
Maybe right now they will recognize me, okay, but then,
Yeah,
I have to prove that I'm good bouncer,
Oh.
Sometimes I have to prove my feet, sometimes just you throw away.
Wow, all right.
Yeah.
Now, something I enjoyed about your Instagram account during the winter months were your fascinating pictures of your love of taking swims in icy and literally icy waters of your native Poland. And for the people that may not have seen it, I have a picture here that you
Yeah,
can
I
see
see it.
you
Yeah.
right there. Now, what is that all about, Jan? And is that your fountain of youth? Is that why you get better with age? You're doing these icy dips in the water?
Of course, I recommend this everybody. Everybody should to do this. It's for free. You have to just find cold water,
Yeah.
and that's it. That when you've got injury, help you for recovery. You sleep better. Your skin is better. Your blood pressure is better. I started doing 7 or 8 years ago.
Okay.
I never once catch any flu. I never nothing.
All right.
I'm healthy. I sleep much better. My skin, my fiance, she also say, "Well, your skin is so good." I say,
Wow.
"Come with me and start doing this." It's like Iceman Hoffman. You have to read about this man. He's the someone who inspired me to doing this.
Oh, okay.
It's called Iceman Hoffman. So yeah, I recommend this to everybody. It's for free and it's amazing. And also it's good for your breath and for your mental training, because I do the 7 or 8 years, and always before I go to the cold water, I always think maybe today I will not going.
Yeah.
You always fight in yourself, inside you. And then you go there, and I did it again, and yeah, now I feel great. Yeah.
And how often do you do it? Do you do it like, because you got to go drive to the lake and everything like that, but do you even do it in different, like at home in an ice bath all the time, or it's like once a week? How often do you do it?
When it's winter time in Poland,
Yeah.
like 4 months, 5 months, it depends, 3 months. So I do 1 time in the week,
Okay.
or for 4 months, when summer comes, so I need to, find the cold water. So sometimes I put ice to the bath and jump inside. Always after hard sparring session or something like this, I try to do this.
Enjoyed this edition of Jason Burgos' Back Talk. You can follow and subscribe on YouTube, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Player FM, and many more podcast formats.